Hey everyone, welcome to this brand new episode of the new Critic. I apologize for being away for quite some time, almost 2 years in fact. I've been considering reviving my channel and focusing on movies instead of music. So, let's get into it. As we all know, we have a fifth Transformers installment titled Transformers The Last Knights hitting theaters on the 21st of June. So I decided to delve into the very first film that came around 2007. It's turning 10 this year, and just to get this out the way, I'm not a huge fan of the franchise, but I will admit the original trilogy was pretty good. I can't say the same about the fourth film, and I'm hoping that the fifth film will improve on it quite seriously. So, let's get into it then. So the story follows the Autobots, who are on a mission to find a mysterious item called the Allspark. They want to use the Allspark to rebuild their homeworld of Cybertron and to end the war between them and their enemies, the Decepticons. But the Decepticons are also after the Allspark and want to use it to give life to all machinery on Earth, thus creating a powerful army strong enough to wipe out the Autobots once and for all. And the only person who can help the Autobots is the film's protagonist.
Just do it!
Sam Witwicky, played by Shia LaBeouf. Now, I will admit, the film has a great ensemble cast, including Shia LaBeouf, Jon Voight, Megan Fox, Peter Cullen, Hugo Weaving, Anthony Anderson, and more. Those are just a few names. And they all give great performances. You know, it just feels like it was meant to be. That's number one. Number two, the film's protagonist is kind of likable, in the essence that he just has this whole demeanor about him that makes him likable. And, you know, the kind of protagonist I want to look forward to in sequels, and we did. We got to see him in 2 more sequels. Next up, the visual effects in the film are incredible, and they've aged well over the course of 10 years, and I like it when visual effects age well. I don't like it when they don't age well over time. It's just sad. Another accomplishment of the film is its tone. There's a nice balance, in fact a pretty solid balance between humor and darker elements in tone. And if the franchise as a whole wants to go darker in future installments, even if they have to suck out any humor, they can do that. Well, they did that in the fourth film. You'll know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. A major complaint, of course, about the film was that there was too much emphasis on the human characters. Well, I didn't mind that at all. At least we got, enough of the Transformers. They got a fair amount of screen time. It's not like they shoved them right at the end of the movie, And we got to know both sides quite well, humans and Transformers. And it was great, and the movie was able to carry itself with that little situation. And I really didn't mind it at all. And of course, Steve Jablonsky's musical score. Oh, it is phenomenal. He even returned to score the second, third, and fourth installments, as well as the upcoming fifth one. I think he's going to score them all. He's doing a great job so far. In fact, some of the music is actually playing in the background. I'll leave some information at the end of the video on which tracks I used from the original score of the first film. So, next up, the action. Oh, where would the film be without the action? It was phenomenal as well. If you're not into this type of action in these types of movies, then the movie is not for you. But I liked it. And sure, it got a little clunky in future films, but for some reason I didn't mind that at all either. So, if you've never seen a Michael Bay film, then the action in here is a good way to start and get into the world of Michael Bay action. And, that's pretty much what that's all the good stuff about the film. That's what it does right. There are a few things it does wrong. Let's take a look into that. First off, the common cliches of Michael Bay movies are here, such as excessive product placement, which is annoying, sexualized female characters, overly sexualized, and that's also annoying, and too much of patriotism and some racial stereotypes, and some characters being one-dimensional. That's pretty much it. Number 2, the movie has a bit of a slow pacing kind of issue at the beginning. And the main reason for that is not the runtime as a whole. I didn't mind the runtime. It was just the beginning that was overly long, which explains the long runtime. But the biggest problem is the plot for being bloated. There's just too many characters, even if they are likable, and there's a whole lot going on. Especially the military subplots. If you've seen the movie, you'll know about that. Not that it wasn't necessary, but there was too much emphasis on it. They cut back to it every now and then at the beginning, and it detracts from the overall experience. It distracts you from Sam's story and the main story in general, so that was a bit of a bother. But overall, the film is fantastic if you ignore all of that. I recommend it to you if you haven't seen it, but I mean, it's like 10 years old now, you should have seen it. Which brings us to my final score for the movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm gonna give this a 7. If you're looking for some mindless fun, then this is for you. Of course, it isn't without its flaws, but that doesn't take away from your enjoyment of the film. It won't. So, that's all I have to say about Transformers. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm really interested in reviving it from the dead. And you can also follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. My details will be in the description and at the end of the video. This franchise, one more thing. The review has helped me, change my perception of the franchise as a whole, and it's helped me to look forward to the next film. I wasn't really anticipating it, but I kind of am for some reason. So, yeah. Next time we will look at the sequel, Revenge of the Fallen, and just a heads up, I kind of liked it. So, yeah, when that video comes around, you can dislike it as much as you want, but I'll explain why I liked it. So that's it for today. I'll see you next time.